Hey everybody, today is another in my series of videos about things that I don't want to talk about, but I have to. Warning, internet nerd drama ahead. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to try to make this as short as possible. So, most people who buy custom Star Wars figures or other custom figures, collectors, know that there are a few dudes out there who make great factory-made plastic vintage-style, Kenner-style action figures, right? I'm not going to name them, because I don't want to get into a mud-flinging contest here, but I do want to make you guys aware of a couple of things. I guess it's probably been 2-3 years now. One of the very first figures I designed was this. It is based on Kenner's prototype of that figure from like 1985 that they never made, okay? I worked with another designer because frankly I wasn't good enough at the time to get all the details right. So the two of us worked together on it. I own it. None of us own these characters. They're Star Wars characters. But this design was my design. And I've made it available for, you can buy a 3D printed figure from me on Etsy, or you can get it, the files through colts3d.com. Okay, so this is my figure. Here's a painted version of my figure. Okay. All right. So about a year ago, one of these guys who makes factory-made figures reached out to me on Instagram, up in my comments, asking me questions about it, the design, how I designed it, whatever, asking about the skirt and what I thought the Kenner intention was with that skirt from the prototype, if it would be cloth or soft goods or whatever, or if it'd be hard sculpted. And I said, well, I think it would probably be that kind of rubbery material that they used on the Cy Snoodles skirt in '83. And he said, oh, I hadn't thought about that. That's a great idea. That was the end of the conversation. That was about a year ago. It didn't go any further, and I kind of forgot about it. Because honestly, about a month later, he blocked me on all social platforms because I refused to get involved with some beef he had with some other designer. I don't care. I don't give a crap about that. It's not my business. So anyway, I didn't really think about it anymore. Until this morning, when somebody reached out to me under the assumption that me and this guy were working together to release a factory-produced version of my figure. Because this is the picture that's on this dude's website. Looks familiar, right? Let's do a little side-by-side. This is mine, and this is his. I'm no expert, but that's the same figure. That's the same figure. Other photos on his website show a 3D model that's different from mine. So my assumption here is that the actual produced figure that he's going to make will be based on files that are different from mine. Awesome. Great. That's the way you do it. If you want to make a figure based on a character that neither of us own, be my guest, but don't make it be exactly like mine. Okay? But those pictures, that picture that he's using on his website, that is clearly a painted version of my figure design that he's using to take pre-orders with. Again, I don't own these characters, legal gray area here, whatever. But I don't want people out there thinking that he and I are working together on this. And that maybe that this is some sort of official partnership or that I'm making any money off of this. I'm not making anything off of this. It's all him. And again, that's fine if there's a degree of transparency there, which there's not, because he's not making that clear at all. So it's just kind of a jerk move, right? I'm not going to tell you who I'm talking about, because you can probably figure it out. But the main reason why I'm not telling you is because he has a legion of fans, some of whom are what I would call militantly supportive of him, where if anybody even lets out a little whiff of negativity about that guy, then his fans will swarm and, you know, it'll be a sea of sewage of name calling and trash talking and all of that. And I'm probably going to get that for this video without even naming anybody, right? That's just how that legion of very aggressive fans works. So it's out of self-preservation that I don't actually name this guy, okay? I didn't know that he was making this figure because he blocked me, and the reason he blocked me ostensibly was because he was beefing with this other guy and I refused to also beef with that other guy. He blocked me and a whole bunch of other guys. It's not just me. But I want to make it very clear that I am not telling you that you should not buy figures from this guy. He makes good figures. I have some. I used to support him. I used to buy his figures all the time because they're good. Obviously, not these days because of this and some other things. I'm not going to tell you that you can't be his customer. I'm not going to tell you that you can't follow him or engage with him on social media, because why in the hell would I do that? Why would I try to tell you that because you're my follower and you've bought some stuff from me that you can't buy some stuff from some other guy? That's ridiculous. That's what he does. I just want to make it clear that I'm not doing that. Okay, so I want you guys to be aware of what's happening here and that I had nothing to do with this figure. And these pre-orders are being taken based on a photo of my figure, and ultimately the end product is not going to be that, hopefully, presumably. But if you want to buy one, do it. I don't care. I don't care. Buy one, tell me how it is. I'm sure there'll be all sorts of videos fawning over how awesome it is without anybody mentioning any of this. That's fine. I don't care. I'm a big boy. All right? But just be aware of that, okay? That's all I'm going to say about it. I'm not getting involved with the mud-flinging and the name-calling and all that, anything beyond this, but just wanted to make this clear to everybody. So, until next time, stay funky, everybody.